My name is Brynn Schock, and I'm a counselor, and I teach student development, education planning, tools for college success, and lifelong learning and career development. The one that I wanted to go over today was the current class that I'm teaching, which is tools for college success. And I like to think of these student development courses as, the first class that a lot of students are going to see because they are usually recommended, tools for college success to new students who are trying to learn how to be a student, how to study, how to navigate the campus and campus and canvas and all of those things. So my class is set up in a way that it's very bubbly and very what am I going to learn here? And so I just really try to make it like my personality's happy and fun and light. And I try to make that hopefully evident through some of the activities and everything that I do. So let me go ahead and share my screen really fast. Okay, so the welcome page that they land on will show the recent announcements. Part of the announcements too is that I keep a copy of their original email that I sent to them before the class starts to get them, prepared for how to enter the class, how to access our online free textbook, all of that stuff, so they can always go back and reference those. I always do a day one assignment. It's very important, I think, to do a day one assignment, especially with a fully online class, for me, with my experience, just because students, if they're not showing up, if they're not participating, I will know right away. Well, I would know anyway, but because I can see their hours that they've put in and time. But this is a way to really know that they're there, get them started and comfortable with the class, and a way to kind of know who I really need to reach out to and try to get started into the class, who needs a little extra nudge. So my day one assignment is through a module, and I'll go there in just a second. But they will land on the welcome video. I walk them through the course, how to navigate the course, and useful links. So I put my personality in here a lot because I want them to be able to see, the picture as well as the words. I feel like I'm more of a visual person, and so these visual cues really help me. And so I just assume that it will help everyone else. And then I put in, basically a little blurb about me that, I was a student. I was here at BC. I'm here because I understand, and let's get started. We're going to work on this stuff together. So when they go into the day one module, this is really how they will see the class, how they will navigate the assignments and due dates. I point them to the welcome, which I do. The first one kind of looks a little different, but normally I have my objectives and everything for the module. This is just to get students updated. I want to see their profile picture. They can put a funny picture as long as it's appropriate. They can put an emoji of themselves, whatever, just so I can be able to have some visual of, who they are or their personality, or and the class can see that they're a person. And it's another way for me to check that they are working through and can set up their Canvas. Also, my favorite thing, I think, because I would want this as a student, is how to get an A in the class. Because there's really some important things. If I was to whisper in the ears of each of my students, like, hey, if you really want to, find everything you need and do well in the class, know this stuff. This is the stuff that I would say. One of the biggest things is managing time. This is a huge, complex idea for students because when they're taking 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 16 weeks courses, we know that, each 3-unit class is going to be about 9 to 10 hours of work total during the week. And so I try to give them somewhat of a framework to where they can understand if they're in my 4-week, or if they're in my 8-week, or if they're in my 16-week, and just in general too about other classes, kind of the expectations. So one 16-week course, you need about 10 hours of the week. And then if you've got 5 of them, you've got to carve out about 50 hours a week, just so they know what the expectations are. And then just some helpful ideas: read the rubric, contact the instructor, understanding academic integrity. I put it there first because that's just very important with plagiarism. I will give them an example of how to cite things when they do need to cite, so that they can I can nudge them in that right direction. But yeah, that's kind of my favorite page, I think, because it really kind of launches them into, okay, now I'm a student. Now what do I do? Also in day 1, so I'm pretty much going to go over day 1. I have what is a syllabus review. So a lot of students have never even, they don't know what a syllabus is. They've never heard of it. It talks to them about what it is. And I have just a couple questions. My quizzes, just in general, are very short quizzes, because I'm trying to assess comprehension and not like the use of the full skill at this point in the day 1 assignment. I just want to make sure that they know where to find the things that will help them in the class and what's important. So it's a very light, very, it's not really a heavy first day assignment whatsoever. Let me see. Let me go back to my module. And then at the end of every module, basically, I do hey, you've completed it. Well done. If I could give them like a kudos or something. Sometimes I'll throw out a kudos if they're, maintaining progress in the class. One last thing I wanted to show was I didn't for a long time use the syllabus. I always had it hidden, but I actually do like having the navigation bar for the syllabus, because it gives me the opportunity to show the students what a syllabus looks like. And again, I'm really bubbly and really kind of like really basic information. How will I learn? What materials do I need? What should I know before starting? So that they really can, when they go in here, they always see this information and they always have to scroll through the information. A lot of help stuff. I give them information about the Nexus, Office of Student Life. And then they will see basically their due dates and their assignments from here. I don't like them to navigate through here, and I do mention that to them. I ask them to please use the modules, because if they're not using the modules and going page by page, the assignments in the syllabus will be locked. So they will not have the ability to actually just go in here and go to the assignment right away. They have to go through, the first couple, the welcome and all of the other module objectives and everything. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately, and that's how I've been updating my class this last year. Is I've been trying to just add a little bit more of myself in it, and a little bit more of like that new student thinking framework, because a lot of them are just coming from, high school, and they just don't really know what college is going to, require. So, any questions?
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Brynn. It's so cool to see the just the vibrancy that you create in the online class. So thank you for sharing that.